So I want to show you what is the engineered light, and the entity is maintaining very faint light activity. This is the light source right here covered up under the clouds. This is not the natural environment. This is entirely demonic. This is terrorism that's occurring in the workplace. It's legally relevant where the system of terrorism and group stalking occurs. The entity is just engaging in an ongoing chorus of noise while the light source is hovering, and the light source is always present, being present over me at 8:30 in the morning in the workplace. The next day, the light source being covered up is not removing the fact that you ever captured the specific environment. It remains a specific environment. All right, these are demons that are surrounding. A demonic environment is being maintained, and you're literally witnessing what is, I'm maintaining a straight face, talking to this demon that's group stalking me on the job, in concert with the demons that are using helicopters, group stalking, maintaining noise, coming onto the grounds to engage in demonic activity, all of it which is serving criminal activity, criminal conduct, and then the entity's doing it in the workplace. So I just want to make sure that you see that. This is the light source that's right here, the illuminated cloud. The light source is right over my head, as you've already seen. Okay, P.O.C. It is currently again 10:13 a.m. The entity sounds helicopter activity as I walk in, and this is just the ordinary target individual's experience is where you're subject to what are mentally I don't want to say mentally ill, psychotic level stalking conduct. Okay, the entity knows what I'm doing inside of the office. Carla Lugo, for example, knows that I'm walking outside of the office. This is an entity. No one is ignorant. They use the phone as a means of audible activity. So I'm walking outside documenting the third-party group stalker affiliated with Nova Contractor. A demon comes onto the grounds to stalk in the path with engineered light, while the entity is surrounding with audible activity the use of sirens. And then she's coming into the office by her third party, this ongoing obsessive endeavor, that ongoing persistence, him coming into my face with that phone, federal stalking and group stalking underway, and Carla Lugo, who knows that I'm documenting, and I need you to go check the apartment. That's ongoing obsessive endeavor, going to the fullest extent to continue to engage in that criminal conduct. It's not some concern about checking the apartment. Okay. They know exactly what I'm documenting also. And this is just having to tolerate psychopaths on an ongoing basis. A whole population of a demon possessed stalker, a whole population in the workplace. Yes, you're draining the pocket. Speaker companies is not going to survive. Nova Contractors definitely isn't going to survive. Okay. Center for Better Life. Okay. Their raggedy van and their little raggedy building that they're located in Los Angeles, which again, I believe is affiliated with LA County. They're not going to survive. And that driver, both drivers are going to federal prison. All right. Their images, they're on video. I've already captured them. They're coming onto the grounds to engage in terrorism, and they know that they've been documented, repeatedly coming back and repeating that criminal facilitation, making audible activities threatening while the demons are stalking in a helicopter, referencing as though you're going to call those demons some. That's a threat to engage in kidnapping, and I capture that as well. Like I said, they're going to federal prison, and these companies are not going to survive civil prosecution, draining their pockets, and they're also going to be published as group stalkers. And so it'll also be known, oh, Nova Contractors used to be a company but once their pockets were drained and they were published as engaged in state surveillance, that's why that company will no longer exist. And I'm just letting you know what's probably going to happen to Nova Contractors. It is currently, and most of their employees, I believe, are not natural born citizens. And so you're talking about deporting them back to their place of origin while they're in this country and engaging in what is state terrorism with the corrupt government. So just as an FYI. And the light source is indeed directly over my head. And as I walked outside, the entity just engaged in what is amplifying helicopter as I walk around. Flashing of the engineer light as the light source is revealing and then being hidden. And it's remaining right over my head. And I've already documented that. And the entity is sounding amplified train activity while I'm talking to this demon that's stalking on the opposite side of this wall right here, Maria Solis Alvarez. Okay, and the entity is engaging this while the ordinary target individual is subject to this psychotic conduct in the workplace. This is not ordinary harassment. Okay, this is not ordinary harassment by any means. That's terrorism, and you're subject to terrorism by a whole entity. That stranger, Nova Contractors, they're the entity engaged in workplace harassment. Speaker companies is going to be prosecuted because you're subject to that criminal system in the workplace. It is not only underway by Maria Solis Alvarez, an employee of a third-party company that's not operating any legitimate business. It's criminal conduct, period. It's also that which is workplace terrorism, while the entity acting via Nova Contractors employees, the people of the state that live at the property, the entity that's stalking by LAPD, the entity that's living on the hillside and all around a relevant position, creating amplified audible activity. They are all the entity engaged in workplace harassment. That's how you're going to prosecute that. Again, it is currently 10:17 a.m. P.O.C.